Now, I like to think I have a pretty good audio setup here, but I am recording this in the middle of the worst storm that this part of the country has seen in like 10 years or something, so if there is a little wind in the background, please do forgive me. I went over this a little in the last video, but I'll just go through it again quickly here. Black Country New Road is an English experimental rock band formed in 2018. They started with 6 members and then they had 7, but then they had 6 again after lead singer Isaac Woods left shortly before they released their second album. Some of the members were previously in a band called Nervous Conditions, which broke up because there were allegations made against one of the members. They get a lot of comparison to Black Midi, but they're not as like abrasive or as exciting as Black Midi's music is, but they're still very good. They released their debut album for the first time, which I already reviewed, in 2021 to lots of critical acclaim, and in 2022 they released their second album, Ants From Up There.
My heart, I loved her.
If I'm being honest, and this is a bit of an unpopular opinion, I think, I don't like this album as much as I liked their first one, but really it's just a matter of personal taste. Ants From Up There is definitely the better album, but it goes on a bit too long for my personal liking. On their own, all the songs here, well, most of the songs here are amazing. It's just when you stick them all together, I feel like it could have been a bit shorter. This is especially the case for the last song, Basketball Shoes, which is a 12-minute last song on an album that already has pretty long songs. It's just not for me. I get why some people are into that stuff, but it's just not for me. Like For the First Time, the brass instruments are easily the best part of the whole album, as well as Isaac Woods singing. Again, his lyricism is great, I love his voice. It's a shame that Isaac left the band, but he said he left due to mental health issues, which is perfectly understandable. Some of the best songs, in my opinion, of course, are Chaos Space Marine, which is the second song on the album. It's one of the shortest ones, but I feel like that's why I like it. The intro to it is really unique, kind of, and it's a really high quality track. It's obviously named after the characters from Warhammer 40k, which I've never played, and honestly I'm a bit too scared to play it because, okay, off topic for a second. Have you ever seen people play Warhammer 40k? It's completely insane. Like, they have these little figures, and I think the way it works is you have to have, one figure has to have like line of sight of the other one to be able to shoot them. So they get out like these laser pointers and measuring tapes to make sure everything's just perfect, so they don't break the rules. Just like, I understand why some people like it, but like, Jesus Christ. Especially when games of it can go on for 10 hours or more at a time. I'm kind of realizing that my issues with Warhammer are the same as my issues with this album, funny enough. Sorry, I was completely off topic. I'll get back to the good songs. Another great one is The Place Where He Inserted the Blade. Amazing storytelling from Isaac, and just overall, just like, great song. The other best song on this album is Basketball Shoes. I know I said already that I wasn't a huge fan of it because it was 12 minutes long at the end of an album I already felt was a bit long. But outside of the context of that, I listened to it again. Great. It's really, really good. It's kind of like Opus, which was the last song on their other album. It's like a collage of all the different songs kind of put together. It's taking instruments in and out the whole time. It's really good listen. I do have gripes with the fact that there's 2 separate instrumental sections that are both like 3 minutes long, but that's just a personal nitpick of mine, to be honest. For the worst songs, again, as with the others I reviewed, there's no bad songs in this album, although there are 1 or 2 here that I question what was the point. Like the intro, it's just a 40-second instrumental, and it has a motif that would later be seen on Basketball Shoes, which is cool, I guess, but like, I'm not really sure what the point was. Like, Chaos Space Marine would have been a fine opener. It's a great song. It's just like, why? I really don't understand, to be honest, but maybe that's just me. Another instrumental, Mark's Theme. It's not as short as intro. It's like 2.5 minutes long, But I'm just wondering what was the point of this. As for the album cover, I'm not a huge fan of it personally, but I think it's pretty nice. It's actually not a photograph, but a painting, which I didn't realize until doing some research. It's by a guy called Simon Monk, who has loads of paintings like that. I'll put his website in the description to look at them. They're actually very good. I think the cover is meant to be like how, even though the band should be able to fly around and be free with whatever they want, they're kind of trapped in by whatever the plastic bag represents. I think, not really sure, couldn't find much info about it, to be honest. I think this is one of those albums, and I guess Black Country New Road as a whole is one of those bands where kids in like, I don't know, 2065 are going to look back at it and point at it as for the reason why they were born in the wrong generation. Unfortunately, just, again, great album, just not my cup of tea. I didn't like it as much as for the first time, but like, you know, that's just me. Overall, I think 8.2 mini golden aeroplanes is a pretty good score to give it. I'm really looking forward to their third album. It's meant to come out later this year, I think. We'll definitely be reviewing that when it comes out. There's also a new single that's going to come out either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, if you're watching this on the day this video is uploaded, depending on when this video is uploaded. So I will probably make a quick little YouTube short video talking about that. So yeah, Black Country New Road are a band that are going to high places. And when they get to those places, we'll all probably look like ants from up there. Alright, bye.